In this video I'm covering the EU Counter Terrorism Agenda to support you in familiarizing with the EU latest agenda that was proposed to strengthen the EU framework in order to manage the wide range of risks directly related to terrorism across the EU member states. So let's jump right into today's video. Hi and welcome to Crime Agent, my YouTube channel, where every week I publish a new video to boost your awareness about anti-money laundering and financial crime prevention. As you have gathered from the intro, today's focus is on changes that have been introduced by the EU Counter Terrorism Agenda. This specific video is EU related, but there will be more contents on my channel covering other geographic areas. I will group all those counter-terrorism related videos for you in a playlist which is linked in the video description right below. So, the EU Counter-Terrorism Agenda. Let's start by understanding why a new EU Counter-Terrorism Agenda was proposed. Terrorism is still a very real danger, unfortunately, as mentioned in the EU Security Union Strategy for 2020-2025. A new counter-terrorism agenda was needed to effectively fight extremist ideas, stop people from becoming radicalized, and better protect public spaces that terrorists target, while also encouraging full implementation of rules and tools that are already in place. The goal of the EU agenda to counter terrorism is in place to better predict, stop, protect against and respond to terrorism by learning from how the threat has changed over time. This will be done by increasing cooperation at the EU level, making the tools available stronger and filling policies and operational gaps where needed. Areas the EU worked to counter terrorism. In many important ways, the EU has passed laws and created new tools to fight terrorism. So I can summarize what has the EU done to counter terrorism so far in 5 main areas. Taking terrorist content off the web. In 2018, the Commission suggested laws to remove terrorist information from the web within an hour and make internet service providers more active in identifying it. Preventing radicalisation. The Commission created in 2011 a radicalisation awareness network which brings together 6,500 social workers, educators, academics and penal professionals from throughout Europe. The network created helps those groups to learn from each other, build best practices and gain skills and confidence to combat more efficiently violent extremism. Denying terrorists the means to act. EU law denies terrorists the tools to act. This involves controlling legally held guns, preventing access to hazardous, explosive and limiting terrorist funding. Authorities were also more prepared for chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear threats. Also, the EU-wide terrorism law makes it illegal to train as a terrorist and go overseas to perform a terrorist act. Giving law enforcement tools for information exchange. An example on the work done under this category can be seen in how the EU information systems have been strengthened to promote information exchange and cross-border investigations. The SIS, which stands for Schengen Information System, is Europe's most frequently used security and border management database. It helps catch criminals and terrorists and supports issues notifications regarding terrorists as EU citizen and non-EU citizen crossing the border must be verified against common security databases, including the SIS. Working with international organizations and partner countries. In recent years, the EU has intensified its participation with the UN Office of Counterterrorism and other international organizations. A network of 17 counterterrorism and security professionals was established to provide assistance, facilitate cooperation, and promote capacity building programs. Before we move forward, if you find value in my contents, press the thumb up and Leave your feedback in the comment section down below. This will help me growing my channel and make this video more popular on YouTube, so thank you for your support. Let's now explore how the EU Counter Terrorism Agenda will support the detection of vulnerabilities and the evaluation of risks for risk assessments. The Commission will offer a recommendation on key entity resilience. This should involve establishing advising missions to help member states and operators of vital infrastructures improve their resilience to disruptions, including predicting future terrorist acts. This will draw on the expertise of EU protective security advisors who are being trained and can be deployed. EU aviation security and risk assessment will be improved to speed up incident response and boost information sharing. A risk assessment has been produced for rail security, and the Commission will also undertake a fresh work to strengthen security for maritime transport and connections. The new EU agenda to counter terrorism is providing a new mandate allowing Europol to better support the fight against terrorism. So, Europol's expanded mandate will be impacted in a number of aspects. Those include ensuring Europol and the supported third parties would be able to cooperate more efficiently, allowing Europol to issue terrorism warning and permit Europol to analyze big data to aid and resolve criminal investigations. Improve Europol's collaborations with the EPA, which is the European Public Prosecutor's Office. Strengthens Europol's involvement in creating new law enforcement technology. Europol's data protection, accountability, and democratic monitoring should all be strengthened. What you have seen in my video just now is only a portion of the changes expected to be implemented for a more secure and protected Europe against terrorism-related crimes. There is much more to know, of course, on this topic, and you can find very informative and useful information in the Q&A on the European Commission official portal. As usual, I'll leave you a link to this in the video description right below. And I'm now at the end of this video focused on the EU Counter Terrorism Agenda. If you're finding valuable my content, remember to subscribe and press the thumb up on this video. Also, leave a comment below for other people watching the video so we can open a discussion and talk more about these topics. References from my research on the EU Counter-Terrorism Agenda are in the video description, where you can also find my Patreon page to support the development of my FinCrime Agent project, and you can grab there a copy of my slides presented in those videos if you wish. And lastly, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my video, and until next time, see you soon.